Hey everybody, it's Corey Bretz here, and I just wanted to show you how you can invite people to CSL Yaletown events using Facebook. It's very easy, and why would you want to do this? Well, you'd want to do this because lots of people have never heard about CSL Yaletown. You probably get a lot out of it, and how do you get around to it in a conversation? Well, who knows, but this is an easy way to let your friends and family know where to find you on a Sunday morning or any of our other events and classes and things like that. So I'm looking at the CSL Yaletown page, and you can find it at just by going to Facebook and plunking in CSL Yaletown right after just in the search field, CSL Yaletown or Center for Spiritual Living Yaletown. Both of those will bring up this page. This is our Center for Spiritual Living Yaletown page, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see one of two things. You'll see a bunch of things. You'll also see upcoming events right there, and on the left side you'll see events. Either way, they'll take you both to the same place. And we're putting on our weekly gatherings and soul talks, as well as our meditation that starts at 9:30, and also we've got upcoming classes here. So let's just say you wanted to invite somebody to this coming Sunday morning gathering and soul talk. So here we've got this one right here. We just click on the name of the event, and it takes you right to the event itself. And I don't know if you can see it on this view, but at the very top of the browser you'd see an address. You could always copy and paste that into an email, but the easiest way to invite somebody, or at least your Facebook friends, is just to go to the share button that's on the event itself. Now I'm hovering my cursor over top of the share button, and I got three options. One of them is invite friends, the other is share in newsfeed, and the last one is share in Messenger. So I'm going to go through these one at a time, and you're going to see how easy it is to invite your friends to our events at CSL Yaletown using Facebook. So the first one is invite friends. So you just simply click on this, and it brings up what? It brings up a list of your friends. So there's somebody right now I can see right away who's a member of our center, and she might like to come out. So I would just click on her name, and it's simple as that. I just click send invites, and she's now been invited to this event. It's just that simple. You can also, if you are in this, you want to invite multiple friends, it's very easy just to scroll through and to click on some people's names and click on multiple. You'll see on the right side their names are appearing on that list right there. So it's very easy to then send out invitations to a group of them, just like that. Now in my case, I've even gone a step further. Facebook allows you to build what we call friends lists. So I've created a list of what I call the people who likely might like CSL, so they're already ready to go, and when I want to invite them, I just click select all, and everybody on that list gets an invitation. It works very nice. And so I would urge you to do that, say midweek, Tuesday of the week, so that people can already be thinking about what they're doing on the following Sunday. Let's face it, someone invited you, so you'd want to invite them. Next thing I want to show you is share in newsfeed. Now this is pretty cool. So when you click on share in newsfeed and then click the post button, it's just going to plunk it on your Facebook feed. So people who are your friends, some of them are going to see this event showing up on your feed, and they're going to go, oh, what's that? And then they might want to go too. So I can do that, and if you want, you can post a little bit of text in there. This is going to be an amazing event. So I put that in there, and people go, oh, Corey's excited about something. So you just stick that in there, and then you click post, and it shows up on your newsfeed. That's a lot of fun. The other thing you can do, and this is for fancy people if you want, is the same thing, share in your newsfeed, and then you can actually add names in there. So you can go at, I know I'll name Karen Wilson, the Reverend there, and now, so when I post that, it shows up in my newsfeed, but it also shows up in her newsfeed. Why? Because she's been tagged in this post, and so I could tag Kelly Sanga, one of the practitioners, and they too will get a post. So I just post that, and it winds up on my newsfeed, on my timeline, but they're also going to be seen in it as well. So that's another fun way. You could actually just post this to your timeline and then tag some of your friends who you'd like to invite to go in this. Now, I think inviting directly is the best approach using the invite friends function, but the share in news feed is also pretty cool. Last thing I want to show you on the share in news feed function is this up here. You got a little drop down. It defaults to share in your own timeline, but you have other places where you could share it. You could share it on a friend's timeline. So let's say you only wanted one person to see this. You could actually click on that and then just punch their name in there. I'm going to again use Reverend Karen Wilson. So this would only show up on her timeline. It's like target shooting though, because it's only going to show up on her timeline for sure and nowhere else. So if you want to make a very discreet kind of invitation this route, then that's one way to do it. I don't do that often, but you certainly could. The other thing you can do is this share in newsfeed function. Is the other option you've got is you could share it into a group. So let's say you belong to a group of people where you're posting things, they're posting things, you're liking each other's stuff, but it's a group itself. It's not it's not the main part of Facebook. You could post this right into the group. And the nice thing about that is that whenever you post in a group, all the group members get a notice that you've posted. It's like mass email. So if you want to reach a lot of people who already have like, know, and trust with you, this is a great way to communicate with them. And I'm going to skip this one, but there's another one here, share on a page you manage. Let's say you're an administrator or an editor for a page, a Facebook page. You could actually use this function to then add it to the page as the voice of that page, and that's quite easy to do, and it gives it sort of extra kudos if it's coming from an administrator. So those are the simple ways where you can invite using the invite function, the share function here, and also the share in the newsfeed function. The last thing I want to show you is share in Messenger. You can actually send a private message to someone in Facebook, and it would just include a link to this event. So it would just show up on their Facebook Messenger app or on inside of Facebook. And so those are the three things you can very quickly do to share this event. I say that in 2017, in the time we live right now, sharing on Facebook is one of the things that you do when you care about someone. When you are excited about something and you really want other people to know about it, the share button is the #1 way to help people do that. So I'm Corey Bretz, and I'm hoping that we'll see you out sometime at Center for Spiritual Living Yaletown. In the meantime, invite your friends. Thanks a lot.